17th July is going to be an interesting day because motorcycles like the Triumph Speed 400 and the Harley Davidson X440 will witness the launch of a new rival, which is the Royal Enfield Guerrilla 450. Now, as we already know, this motorcycle will be based on the existing Himalayan 450 adventure motorcycle, but it will have its distinctive traits to have a personality of its own. Now, thanks to a lot of its spy shots surfacing the internet, we have managed to decipher quite a lot of information about the motorcycle, and that's exactly what we are going to talk about in this particular video. But apart from that, we have also prepared a guesstimate of sort that how much it will be priced. We'll talk about that as well, and where it will be positioned in the Indian 300-400 two-wheeler motorcycle market. So let's get going, but before we move ahead, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon. Now, starting with the design, typical of a modern classic roadster, this motorcycle will boast of a very minimalistic kind of bodywork. Although a lot of panels seem to be borrowed from the Himalayan 450, but typical of a roadster, this will have a minimalistic front section with just a round headlamp and offset instrument cluster and a tubular wide handlebar. And the fuel tank section will miss out on the jerry can holders which are there on the Himalayan 450, which are the signature element of the Himalayan 450. The center panel and the tail section also looks slightly different. Apart from that, the overall dimensions of the Guerrilla are looking more compact in the pictures, so the seat height will be more accessible. The wheelbase should be shorter, and because of those 17-inch wheels at the front and rear, which are different from the 21 and 17-inch combination of the Himalayan 450, the motorcycle exudes a very different visual appeal. In one of the recent spy shots, we could also see that there will be multiple interesting paint schemes that will be available for the Guerrilla. We have seen one blue color option, one combination of red and gold, and one of the recent very nice prismatic sort of color option we have witnessed of the Guerrilla. And so these are just three which were there on one of the commercial shoots of the motorcycle, but we are sure there will be at least 6 to 8 different color options, which will be a combination of some single tone, some dual tone, with obviously varying prices. Now, talking about the features, one of the recent spy shots revealed that there will be two different variants of the motorcycles in terms of features. One of them will have a semi-digital console, one round analog console with a small LCD, along with a tiny tripper navigation system like the Super Meteor 650 sitting beside that semi-analog console. Whereas there will be another variant which will have the same round TFT screen as the Himalayan 450. Now, as of now, we don't know if that's exactly the identical TFT screen that is there on the Himalayan 450. Maybe the layout or the amount of information available might be different, but looking at the design of the TFT screen from a distance, it looks like it's the identical unit from the Himalayan 450, and that means it will get Bluetooth connectivity, navigation system, multiple theme options, and a lot of other crucial data which are important for a motorcycle to have. And the semi-digital console looks like the Super Meteor, which means there will be just the basic information like your trip meters, your odometer, your tachometer, and the tripper navigation will just have a turn-by-turn navigation as against the proper navigation system that will be there on the TFT screen. There might be other differences between these two variants as well, like we are expecting the one with TFT screen to have switchability for the ABS function, whereas the one with semi-digital console might not have it, but we are not really sure about that right now. But it will have dual channel ABS for sure. But Royal Enfield has the tradition of keeping its motorcycles as simple and possible, so we might not see features like the quick shifter or traction control system, which are becoming a norm in motorcycles in this segment. What other features would you like to have? Would you like Royal Enfield to include in its motorcycles in the future? Do let us know in the comment section. Now, moving on to the heart of the matter, the engine. Now, looking at the crankcase, the exhaust canister, the entire assembly looks identical to the Himalayan 450, but we are expecting Royal Enfield to change the tuning of the engine a bit to suit the roadster character of the Guerrilla 450. Like on the Himalayan, as we already know, this engine makes 40 bhp and 40 Newton meters of torque. It's a liquid-cooled, properly modern engine which delivers a good mid-range performance along with very impressive top-end performance. But on the Guerrilla, the gearing might be a little different to deliver even stronger mid-range, because these motorcycles are usually used in the city more than on the highway and off-road like the Himalayan 450. So we are expecting slightly better mid-range because of the change in gearing, but we are not expecting a lot of comprehensive internal changes in that engine. The gearbox will be the same 6-speed unit along with an assist and slipper clutch. And coming to the hardware, the biggest difference between the Himalayan 450 and Guerrilla, as we have seen in the spy shots, is in the tires department or the wheel size department. While the Himalayan, as I said before, uses a 21 and 17 inch spoke wheel combination, this uses, from the spy shots we can see this gets 17 inch alloy wheels at both ends, which means you get the convenience of tubeless tires, which means less hassle to repair punctures, and even the suspension travel and damping and the way the suspension compresses and rebounds, the overall character might be slightly different to suit the road-oriented personality of the Guerrilla 450. It might be a little stiffer to say, because it will be more concentrated towards handling corners better, for which you need to have slightly firmer suspension for the motorcycle to feel rock solid around corners. And other things that will play a crucial part in changing dynamics of the motorcycle over the Himalayan will be the wheelbase, because when you change the suspension travel, damping and wheel sizes, the wheelbase also changes, which actually makes motorcycle more agile. So we are expecting Guerrilla to have a shorter wheelbase, and the seat height will also be different. Now, as we know, the Himalayan 450 already offers a very accessible seat height at 825 mm, and more than the seat height, it's actually about the design of the Himalayan seat, because it tapers towards the fuel tank, towards the front section of the seat, so which makes it very easy for even shorter riders to get on board and get their feet on the ground. And we are expecting a similar case with the Guerrilla 450. In fact, we are expecting the seat height to go even lower because of shorter alloy wheels at the front and rear, and shorter travel suspension at the front and back. Besides that, it should be accessible in terms of curb weight as well. Not that the Himalayan is very heavy, but when you take away the larger wheels and additional body panels, the front huge windscreen, and a couple of other things will actually save some weight for Royal Enfield, and the Guerrilla 450 might be even lighter than the Himalayan 450. Now, coming to the main gist of the entire story, the pricing. Now, we expect the Guerrilla 450 to be priced somewhere close to rupees 2.30 lakh ex-showroom. That's where we believe it will start from, and it will go up as per the variant with dual tone color options, additional features, and however Royal Enfield wants to differentiate its different variants. Now, the closest rival to the Guerrilla 450 will be the Triumph Speed 400 and the Harley Davidson X440. Speed 400 is priced at rupees 2.34 lakh ex-showroom, but Triumph recently announced a 10,000 rupees discount because it sold some 50,000 units of the motorcycle within a year of the launch. So now it is priced at rupees 2.23 lakh, which is for a limited period, whereas the Harley Davidson X440 it starts from rupees 2.39 lakh, around that much. And so Royal Enfield, when they are bringing their potential highest selling 450cc model, they will for sure want their motorcycle to have an edge over the competition in terms of pricing. So 2.30 lakh looks like a very good guess from our side, but how much would you want or you believe Royal Enfield will price the Guerrilla 450? Do let us know in the comment section. And that was the story of the Guerrilla 450. We'll reveal everything about the motorcycle and do a proper road test review of the bike once we get our hands on motorcycle in just a couple of days. So stay tuned to BikeWale. I'm Anuj, signing off for now.